Hello everyone, it's DA here. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you are doing amazing. In my recent video about upcoming updates to Warframe, I mentioned CHROMA Prime, the Grand Prime, and the Egg Jaguar Prime. But several months back, if you were with this channel, you will remember my analogy about CHROMA's rework being referred to as a travesty. DE does a lot of things right, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to the rework aspect of things, they tend to miss the mark more than few times. With CHROMA Prime coming in September, there is no doubt that DE will basically try to make an attempt to buff or tweak the frame just in time for the Prime access. But I say this to DE at this point in time, please understand the plight of your CHROMA players. Here are the things that needs to happen. Here is what you need to do to CHROMA when it comes to its next rework. Everyone at this point is talking about buffs here and there, but there is more to CHROMA's problem than just being weak or being strong. 1. CHROMA has two of the most useless abilities in the game, and of course that can be argued. Yes, I know that every ability is not supposed to be a meta or deal a lot of damage, but who really uses Spectre Scream and who really uses Effigy all the time? No one does. This is why those two will be the first target in my own opinion. It is a great thing that the damage for Spectre Scream now scales with CHROMA himself, however it needs a lot of improvement. I'm suggesting that DE will increase the damage by 20%, then give Spectre Scream the ability to leave some elemental trails behind, just like we have with Naja, with Frost, and with Ember. That way it has other use and also works with a lot of duration as well, and that will be a great thing in my own opinion. Now the second one is going to be Effigy. Effigy was a terrible decision by DE when they introduced his augment into the game. I believe that they should have done something better instead of just a tactical point and click drone, because that is what we have as of this moment. And instead of being a useful ability, it became a useless one. For Effigy, DE needs to increase the damage by 10%. They also need to convert Effigy's augment to function like Sentinels do, or like your Kavat or your Kubra does. I've talked about this during the stream, and I'm sure a lot of people will also agree with this. Instead of just being able to turn Effigy into a point and click dummy, Effigy needs to work like Venari does with Koro. Give the pelt two stances, give him an offensive stance and a defensive stance. One stance will make the pelt follow you and attack anything around you. The second stance will be set for a particular location, and that one will work more like the augment does at this moment. All DE need to do for this one is to just rework that augment. You don't even have to give us that ability as an innate ability, just rework the augment. Now let's get to the biggest part of this thing. Let's get to the meaty part where a lot of people are really concerned about: survival and damage potential. Let's look at damage. In the past, you can amplify CHROMA's Fury buff through self-damage. Now it's impossible because of several reasons. They removed the benefits, and 2, its survivability is no longer enough to stand that damage. Of course, a lot of people can argue based on why they think CHROMA's buff was removed, why they did this, why he was nerfed, but we all know that CHROMA was nerfed because of Eidolon Hunt. It was the ultimate Eidolon killer, and DE had to stop that. And I know that people could also argue about using Umbra mods, that you know what, that would make CHROMA tanky, return him to his glory days, but let's be honest here. If you have to use 240,000 Endo or 6 formers on your Warframe, then it might not be worth it to begin with. CHROMA has less survivability than Rhino and can easily be outclassed by any other frame in the game. It's not a good frame for CC, he is no longer the best tank in the game, he is not a good healer or any healer at all, he is not good at damage dealing, he is not good at anything else. So what exactly is CHROMA for? What exactly is he good in other than looking good within the game? After levels 45 and up, you will begin to see how weak CHROMA is, and by the time you get to level 80, you might not be able to survive at all anymore. CHROMA definitely needs a realignment, ability redesign, and a buff as well if possible. The moment you realize that CHROMA is almost on the same level as Excalibur when it comes to survivability, then you know that there is a big problem as far as what is a tank and what isn't. Anyways, these are my suggestions and what I think about CHROMA as of this moment. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel for more Warframe. And as always, it is DA signing out. I'll see you guys in the next one.